I had a revelation some few months ago that Mr. Mundubile and Makibi Zulu will enter the race for this year's presidential elections, and they'll win. And before you rebuke me or whatever it is, especially if you're against what I'm saying, I think at this particular time it would be baseless, I would call it useless for you to disagree with what I'm saying, because we've only got a few weeks, I would say, a month and a few weeks before we head to the polls. So how about after the election you can come back to my page and then we can have a discussion after that. So at that particular time when he revealed to me, I wasn't so sure if I should put it out. Okay? But it was what happened which really convinced me to come out and to come out and show my support to Mr. Brian Mundubile and Makibi, based on certain circumstances that had happened. And the revelation I'm going to tell you about it, how God showed me and everything that was said in that particular vision. Because when you say dream, they say you were dreaming, but a dream is a vision at this. When people say I had a vision, it's most of the times it's a dream that they had. Okay? So now, sometimes, maybe half of my time, sometimes I spend it in the markets. Okay? I do hustle there, although most of the times I'm mobile. Okay, but I still have a shop in the markets. Okay, so there was a time at this particular time when this guy in the market approached me and said, "Oh, we want to form a cooperative, and if you can come on board and help us, because there was a lot of things that were involved. You know how it is when you're forming a cooperative. You need to open a bank account, you need to go to Parkra, you need to go to Zedare. I mean, there's a lot of things that are involved." So I was like, okay, fine, I'm going to help you. I did help them. And after I helped them, they were like, no, you can't leave at this particular point, because we are being told by government that they're going to help us and they want to fund us, but there's a lot of paperwork that is still needed to be done. I was like, oh my God, okay, fine, I'll come on board and help. So I did help them, and I helped them create all the things that was needed, like maybe cash flow, the business proposal, and everything that needed to be done. And then when that cooperative was picked, they were told, I was like, okay, now guys, I'm done. You can go ahead. And then now there was a particular time when they said, no, we have been told we need to be trained before we are given the money, but we still need your input. And they even invited me. They was like, how about you just join us? I mean, we've already started this whole journey together. I was like, okay, fine. Now, at that particular time, after that cooperative in the market, because I was so invested in what they were doing, and I felt like they were part of me in that particular time, because I'd invested a lot of time and I had spent a lot of time with them. And to be honest, those are supporters of the ruling party. Okay? These are people that genuinely support the ruling party. So after everything had happened, after the training and everything, actually I even made an effort. I even told the chairperson of the cooperative, like, oh, I have made an appointment with ShopRite managing director. And then the director was very welcoming, and because it was something to do with government, they were on board. They were like, quick, start supplying Siavonga Carpenter for ShopRite. And then Pick n Pay, they were like, we want kablangete and rice. And at that particular time, Cheers, they said, we want SAMP. And this particular cooperative had even at that particular time, they had even secured a trading place at that particular time that even paid with their own money. And some of the members in that group, they had even gone to Siavonga and is it Solways? I don't know where they traveled, but I remember some members had traveled to Siavonga and others had gone to secure rice, because when you start supplying chain stores, you need to go to the source. You can't just go to Soweto market like, no, you're not going to make profit, obviously. So they had invested a lot of time, their money, and their resources. And then when I saw the treatment they received after that, I started questioning myself. I was like, okay, God, you positioned me at that particular time to be in this market, and I worked with these people for 1 year for them just to implement the business that they were supposed to do. And the only thing that they needed at that particular time was just the money now to execute the business. And then they were just abandoned just like that. The minister couldn't help. Other high officers couldn't work. They were kept sabotaged. And today I'm even going to say it. Even the presidential delivery unit knew about it. These people were like disappointed. They were hurt. I mean, they just couldn't understand why after investing 1 year, and then all this has happened to them. And then even me, I started questioning, because at that particular time, I started associating myself with them, and they were staunch supporters of the ruling party. And somehow they were convincing me to be amongst them, so that even when the election started, I could be one of the people that would like campaign in that area, in that Kaunda Square area. And I was on board at that particular time. Then I was like, no, something is wrong here. Something is wrong. You cannot gatekeep and sabotage a cooperative in the market. I knew it, that something was wrong, and I was in the wrong. I was trying to affiliate myself with something that was not aligning with what God wanted for me. So I went in prayer at that particular time. I was like, God, I have seen the hurt. I have seen the disappointment. I have seen how these people have given up. Like, you know, the excitement. It's like a baby. They want something, you know. You can give them any present. You know, I don't know if me, that's how my kids were at that particular time when they were growing up. You would buy them presents. You would organize a huge party for them at an expensive place. But it's just the small things that you give them, maybe just a cake, their friends being there, even if you buy them something huge, but whatever it is that you give them at that particular time, that which they have told you that they want, you would see the excitement, you know, that thing. So the way I saw everything outplay, guys, I can't even go in details. I need to rush this video. But seeing it with my eyes, and seeing the treatment which I experienced as well firsthand in these offices, the sabotage, the gatekeeping, and you are fighting a mere cooperative in the market, I knew that something is wrong somewhere here. I prayed to God and I said, God, I always stand for what is right, and I want to affiliate myself in a direction that you so wish for me. I prayed. I said, God, show me something concerning the elections of Zambia. Is this the government I should affiliate myself with? Because at that particular time, I was not so sure. Because they had approached me in that area. They were like, no, we want you on board as we start the campaign. So I prayed. So what happened was, you know, there was a lot of issues at that particular time whereby we were not so sure about the opposition. They were so disorganized. We saw the convention yaba PF, then Maccabi winner, and then all of a sudden we saw they scattered. Mao Sampa goes this way, Mr. Given Lubinda says this and that, and Mr. Even Mundubile as well, he was with FDD. I mean, there was a lot of talk that was going on concerning the opposition. So, before Maccabi Zulu joined forces with Mr. Mundubile, and it was at that particular time when I was so hurt as well, because I saw firsthand how those people were treated. Because in my mind, I believe in politics, especially in Africa. At this particular time, most countries in Africa, we are not developed. So we cannot do politics like America. We cannot do politics like England, the UK. We cannot do that. We need to do politics like Africa for now. We need to be proper. We are still developing. So as you go on that seat, as you become a president, as you become a minister, as you become a civil servant, know that you are working for a public that has the largest population of people that are just still getting by and surviving. Okay, so it was at that particular time, just right before Makibi Zulu joined Mr. Makibi Zulu, that is when I had this revelation and the dream. And at that particular time, I was so much deep in prayer. So I saw like a spacecraft, like those UFO, like it's a spaceship, those futuristic spaceships. Like it was going up and down, going up and down, going up and down. So it almost fell down, like it wanted to like crash. Then a rocket came, went on the left, and another one came on the right. At that particular time, they stood up. And then when they went up, not stood up, like they went up. So as they went up, now it's like they balanced. That spaceship and the rockets in the sides, they balanced and then they landed. As they landed, there was a lot of like, hey, people were like screaming and everything. Then I was like, why are people so excited? What has happened? And that is when somebody appeared, a very dark skinned, I couldn't even see their face properly, says, because of this landing, the current leadership will experience a sickness and then later a death. So we all know what happens when somebody gets sick. You cannot function properly. You cannot do things the way you were doing them before. You're not who you are. Something changes about you. It's like there is something different. There is something working against your immune system. That is what happens when you are sick. And when you get sick, it's either you have to recover. If you don't recover, it's the end of you. If the sickness persists and then it's not cured, it means death. So if somebody in that particular time says there will be a sickness and then a death, then I knew at that particular time when I woke up that God had answered my prayer. I knew the direction that I needed to go, because I was questioning God at that particular time. And I would never, I've always been like that. I position myself where I'm supposed to be because I always ask God. I'll never make a decision publicly. I'll never, unless I am convicted and I'm convinced. So what that revelation meant is, because just after that dream that I had, or maybe you want me to say vision, after I had it, it was only a few days later when Makibi Zulu and Mr. Mundubile joined forces. So, because that spaceship was representing the opposition that almost crashed. It almost. But because of these two forces, one came on the left, the other one on the right, they went up and there was balance. After that balancing, they landed. After they landed, screaming, people are rejoicing and everything. And then somebody says, there will be a sickness and a death. So meaning, things are going to change. At that particular time, it meant because of these two forces that have joined together, it will not be the same. And it will be the end of an era, bringing in the new. And I prayed to God again. I said, God, what you showed me, show me some more. Sometimes, you can be stubborn because you're not so sure. God, what you have shown me, is it true? Is it real? Until now, recently again, when I saw Makibi Zulu being sworn in, and I am 100% sure the opposition are winning these elections, according to what God has shown me. We are going to meet on my page after the elections, and we can have a discussion after that. I'll never delete my page. I'll never mute it. I'll be here. This is my page. So guys, let's wait for the elections and we see the outcome. But believe you me, God already showed me that there will be victory for the opposition. If it doesn't happen that way, then I'm working with deceptive spirits, obviously. And you can come here and rebuke me. You can come. You're free to come. God bless you. Have a pleasant day.